Hello, hello, and welcome back for the greatest jailbreak since Schwarzenegger and Stallone teamed up to bust out of Jesus' cargo ship in XCOM 2. And with the exception of incinerating the Son of God with some exploding barrels, I don't think Escape Plan had anything at all on last episode. There was some damn fine shooting, there was a sweet ambush, there was dropping aliens through rooftops with grenades, and fencing, fighting, chases, escapes, revenge, true love. We had it all, man. And you know what? Surprisingly, I didn't even really mind the kissing stuff. I sure didn't. And also, I think that Escape Plan could have maybe benefited from a little kissing stuff of its own. I mean, think about it for a minute. Tell me that you don't think that movie would have been better at the end if instead of that stupid, kind of vaguely sexist scene where Stallone makes a joke about how Amy Ryan is a terrible cook, instead of that, imagine that it's just Arnold and Sly with their arms thrown around each other as like two really close bros, two big-time bros doing bro stuff, bro love, and then they just turn to each other, look into each other's eyes, and without a word, just consummate their super escape relationship with a thyroid deep tongue kiss. That's a better movie, don't you think? No, just me? Oh, well, yeah, to each his own, I suppose. Different strokes, different folks and whatnot. But still doesn't change the fact that last episode perhaps had it all. And including, I'm putting in this tentatively, the end of the Curse of Abraham Lincoln. And I say perhaps because I'm a superstitious loser and I don't want to jinx the whole Abraham Lincoln thing. Because if I jinx it, then I'm just going to wind up with the Curse of Abraham Lincoln 2, Lincoln's Gold, where I have to suffer through Lincoln returning to play his own twin brother in a sequel, and I don't want to have to watch Graham Lincoln walk around for a while. I just don't. Also, City Slickers 2, I'll never forgive you for not letting me watch Billy Crystal get gored to death by a bull. That's an unforgivable sin. Almost as unforgivable as the whole Jack Palance's back thing, which was also pretty fucking unforgivable. Anyway, I've completely lost the thread of what the hell my original point was or what I was even talking about. Does anybody remember? Something about Sly and Schwarzenegger, Arnold and Sly doing a little tongue kissing, I think. I don't remember. Sometimes my stream of consciousness has more shit floating in it than the Hudson River, so screw it. Let's just go scan and see what the hell we're doing with this episode before I just get distracted and wander off and chasing squirrels. Or maybe a dog with somebody's ham, Simpsons thing. All right, so more supplies. I'm going to say not now to the more supplies because we were doing a regular supply drop, right? Yeah, we were partway through scanning that. Also, this is a buttload of supplies, so let's go pick this up. Is my muton autopsy done yet? 3 days. All right. Good, because that's going to get us plasma... What's this? Oh, Avatar Project. Again? All right, we've got a fairly significant Avatar Project problem on our hands, and I think one of the dark events is a minor break... Or maybe that was the minor breakthrough. Let's hope that was the minor breakthrough. Alright, so there's the finish of our supply drop. Yeah, let's go back to Resistance HQ. Just very quickly, we can see what's up over here. It's been a while since I've been back. I want to see what's on sale. New staff is available. That's sort of why I came back. A Sergeant Ranger is very intriguing. 195 supplies is kind of pricey. This Engineer is real tempting too. 205 supplies is also kind of pricey, but we have a lot of money. Are we going to do anything with it? Oh, yes, we absolutely are. We're going to do Gauss weaponry. Andrea Lewis, I wouldn't mind having you on board. You got a sweet buzz cut, but very Sigourney Weaver in Aliens 3, by the way. Sigourney Weaver's haircut, possibly the only sweet thing about Aliens 3, by the way. Just want to say... What can I possibly say about Aliens 3 that already hasn't been said? I mean, I think there's been already enough damning evidence. So mutant autopsy, this gets me plasma grenades, right? Pete really needs a
strong statement by fielding these massive creatures as their frontline combat units.
Yeah, Dr. Tiger, you know what? Why don't you take your sparkly white lab coat and just leave me alone to fucking weep in silence for a little while. Because we don't have the opportunity to get plasma grenades because they're a proving ground project and we don't have one. Fuck. Well, I mean, it did unlock advanced grenade launcher, which is not nothing. That's +1 grenade damage, I think, and extra range and bigger explosion size, which I suppose is okay, but I really wanted plasma grenades. Okay, so that makes Gauss weapons more important than ever. So, is there anything else I'm even going to consider? No, absolutely not. We're going straight into the Gauss weaponry. Gauss weaponry, Gauss weaponry. I know it's named after a man, but Gauss, say it however you want. I'm going to say Gauss most of the time. Don't look at me like that, Dr. Tigan. I can feel your look. Don't shaking your head now? That's some passive-aggressive bullshit, and don't even try to play it off like you were just shaking your head at something written on your tablet. I know you're looking at me. Don't make me fucking take Bradford out, get him drunk, and bring him back here and tell him you called his mom a whore. You know how Bradford reacts when you say negative things about his mother, Tigan. And if I tell him that you said she was nothing but a truck stop shower head job given 2-bit hooker, he'll beat you within an inch of your life, Tigan. He'll do it. It's one of the reasons why I keep him around.
Dr. Shen's constant vigil over my activities is starting to wear thin. I consider myself a patient man.
Well, she is kind of irritating, Dr. Tigan. You know what? I'll give you credit on that one. But to consider this possibility, have you thought that maybe she's not really interested in you or your activity so much as just trying to steal the secret formula of your sparkly white lab coat magic? Maybe she's just thinking ahead to after the war. She'd be like, man, after the war, I'm going to be the laundry king. I'm going to be like the new, the new Billy Pitchman with his OxyClean, except it's going to be Lily Shen, not Billy, what's his name? I'm Lily Shen for OxyClean. She couldn't call it OxyClean, because clearly that's already trademarked and taken. And also, this 41 intel is a little disappointing. I was hoping for more than that. But that should give us enough to make contact with the new region. I think I'll pick up these supplies. Then we fly over there, make contact, immediately build a radio relay, and springboard over to our facility. Although, oh, never mind. I was going to say, well, we may be able to get some of that accomplished this episode, but fuck me, I guess. Looks like we have a guerrilla operation instead. Let's take a look at our targets. Operation Choking Stallion. Okay. Dr. Mike Cook, scientist, counters the dark event, which is a hidden event, so we don't know what that one is. Destroy the alien relay. Okay, what else is on the table? It's been a couple days since I played, so you have to forgive me. I don't remember what our dark events were. I remember one of them was really, really bad, but I don't remember what it was. It damn sure wasn't rural checkpoints, because I honestly don't give a single shit about having my next supply drop decreased by 50%. I've got a buttload of supplies right now. Operation Diamond Face. Connor Kerrigan oh, fuck. Alright, so it was this one. We absolutely have to go do Operation Diamond Face. Not because I need an engineer, but because Alien Cypher, if that event triggers, that's possibly a run-ender. We will not be able to get where we need to go fast enough if we have double intelligence cost for making contact, so... Yeah, this is where we're going. Also picking up a free engineer, that's good, because we just saw the market rate for engineers is like 200 supplies, so think of it that way. 200 supplies or Dr. Connor Kerrigan. Dr. Connor Kerrigan, by the way, is clearly a Grey's Anatomy character who has not yet been born. I mean, Dr. Connor Kerrigan, you're going to see him next fall on ABC. Except I'm pretty sure they canceled that show, so you probably won't see Dr. Connor Kerrigan next fall on ABC. What's the team look like here? Lindsay Lowe. So we got the Master Chef Busey. We got Abraham, the Curse of possibly Lincoln. Helen Deadeye Keller, and the Baby Maker. Why, yes, the sexy Baby Maker. Helen Keller and Lindsay Lohan, both pregnant with Yeri's babies now. Perhaps should not send them on mission. Must protect Yeri's genetic sacristy. My future is in your hands, Pete. My genetic future. Must be many baby Yeris around. You know, Yuri, don't you have like 400 kids already? Yes, but you know, I love each and every one of them. Beautiful and unique snowflake. Yeah, whatever, Yuri. I think we got to get rid of Lindsay Lohan, because unless I'm blind, I'm pretty sure Steve Irwin is already back on duty, right? Yeah, there's my Pokemon master. Boy, it's right, Mike. Gotta catch them all. Yeah, you're going to get a damn opportunity. Also, don't we have some upgrades and whatnot available? That's shard gun. Okay. Hold on a second. You have a laser. I know one of our shotguns has an advanced laser sight, so we want to give you that one. Who's toting that bad boy? Mitch? Yeah, okay, Mitch Hedberg. And so, Mitch, we're going to borrow your gun. Sorry. We're going to bring that back, because the premier weapon needs to go on the Master Chef. What is this guy? Who's carrying that? Oh, that's actually probably just Jake Busey's that I equipped. I'm real dumb. Wait, no. Go back, please. This is the one I would like to upgrade. Can I do a weapon upgrade? No. Please let me upgrade his weapon. Thank you. Advanced laser sight. All right, so what else can we put on this? Get an expanded magazine, autoloader, which actually the autoloader is pretty tempting. Hair trigger, a repeater. Man, I'm not. I think we'll just go for the expanded magazine here and we'll give the extra Buse Master there, the Master Chef, we'll give him a little, like an extra knife, like a paring knife that he can keep sort of as a holdout. Personal combat sims, yeah, +1 conditioning. Not for Jake Busey. We're going to save something better for the Buse Master. Steve Irwin has a strong proclivity for getting shot, though, so maybe that wouldn't be a terrible pickup for Steve. We can also upgrade Steve's weapon. What can we put on this? A laser sight? Nah. Air trigger? I mean, 5%. That's like 1 in 20. Auto loader. Nah, that's definitely going to go on so many more. Here, let's just throw a repeater at it. That's fine. Sweet camo pattern on the gun, by the way, there, Steve. Boy, Mike, think I'm going to run through the brush without a camo pattern on my gun? Kind of crocodile hunter do you take me for, Pete? Come on, Mike. Come on. All right, Lincoln, are we going to do anything to your gun? We can't. Why? Oh, because I don't have Gauss weaponry yet, because I'm an idiot. So you just have a bigger clip. I'm comfortable with that. Did I not give Steve Irwin the PCS? I clearly forgot to do so. Mate, you're losing your marbles, mate. That rambling bullshit thing at the intro to the episode. What the hell was that all about, mate? Hudson River and whatnot. Yeah, my brain has more shit than the Hudson River. I don't know. I can't defend myself. Helen Keller. Yeah, Yuri. Okay, well, we can't do anything to any of these guys' weapons because they're not Gauss, so they only have the one upgrade slot, and theoretically they're already all upgraded. I mean, let's just double check that because I am an idiot. Okay, I know Yuri's got the scope. No speed. Yuri have the space helmet, not the scope. You got Keller has a reloader or a magazine. See, Keller and Lincoln both have magazines. All right, that's fine. This is probably as good as it's gonna get. Let's do this, team. Again, Yuri does not have scope. Yuri has magic helmet. Straight up legitimate magic helmet. Like David Copperfield shit right here. I've got a magic hat. Like that kind they put on Frosty the Snowman. You know, old silk hat they found. Make snowman dance. That's the power of space helmet. You know, that was actually a top hat like Lincoln wears, right? Oh, don't even bring up stupid ass with his top hat. He's like painting fucking target on his head. Lincoln, no wonder he gets shot in face every episode. He have stupid hat that just attract attention. He's begging to have bullets on it. He even have little sparkly thing right in the middle over forehead. He's like he's just betting aliens will not shoot at him. Oi, mate, nobody ever talks about Steve Irwin's hat. What's how come my hat can't be magic, Pete? Well, it's kind of stereotypical, and a little flop boonie there, Steve. Do you really think that warrants? I mean, you're Australian. If you weren't Australian, it might warrant comment, but since you are Australian, I think possibly contractually, you're just obligated to be comfortable with that hat being everyday gear. So we have to protect the data interceptor device, neutralize all enemy targets. So we're not operating on a turn timer, except we totally are, because the turn timer is going to be get to here before the aliens fucking blow it up. So we're on a timer, but it's kind of a nebulous timer. All of this, is there any way we can get out of here without sounding the alarm? Or are we just fucking trapped? Every way we go here sounds the alarm. There's got to be somebody who can go around and jump through that hole in the fence, right? Okay. Lincoln was just in the way. Yeah, good work, Lincoln. Way to fucking roadblock us. Jerk. Sometimes, Pete, in the course of events, it becomes necessary for a man to stand in the way of progress. Should that progression be down the wrong path, only a wise and sage sacrificing man will stand in the pathway of the history of the future. How can the fucking future have a history, Lincoln? I don't really know. It just sort of sounded dramatic. Good copy. And we'll get the fuck out of the way, Lincoln. Fine, I shall step aside and make the way a brighter day for those. Seriously, if you talk about the future anymore, like, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts. Actually, I'm gonna have Yuri bash you in the head with his fucking space helmet, and then he'll, you know, he's gonna be a coup out of it and be like, oh yes, I would. Remember the time I bashed Abraham Lincoln's face in with space helmet? I will talk about these 24/7. Remember that, everybody, when I bashed him face with helmet? It was a good day. That was a good day for Yuri. Yuri have a good day that day. All right, there's no way I'm going to risk spawning a pod, so we're just going to take very small, very conservative moves. I would love to find someplace elevated where we could get Yuri into, like, an uptown shooter's box. Doesn't look like that's going to be on the menu, though.
Heading to that location.
All right, so aliens are... Fuck me, we're going to get our cover popped, because now... Yep, we sure did. Well, there goes our concealment, I guess. That's unfortunate. So we got a sectoid back there. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's like, I guess the sectoid was getting bullied by whatever else is back there. So he's like, no, don't shoot me. And then the guy shot the thing. He's like, yeah, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting you. Somehow our concealment did not get blown. All right, well, I'm confused, but I'm totally on board with that not happening. All right, let's see very quickly here before we do anything stupid. What is Steve's potential hack target here? What do we get? If we hack him, what kind of benefit, if any, can we come out of here? What can we get? Something good. Something good would be good. It's an intel cache that I don't really give a shit about. And I definitely don't want to risk giving a 28% chance of getting the enemy's defense and mobility boost. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and call that off. That's an end of mission hack right there. If we've hacked everything else and there's nothing left for us to do, then we'll consider hacking that. All right, baby maker, I think we're just going to have you come up here and take cover behind this truck.
Designated position.
You could do lightning hands followed by maybe another pistol shot if the need arises. We can also get the Buse loose here, but I think Busey would probably... You know what? Let's just not pop this pod this turn. Let's do another setup turn. How much health has this thing got? It took 6 damage last turn. Although it looks like that only has 4 pips gone. We have about 5 turns to engage whatever pod that is up there. Otherwise, we're going to be right in the middle of you're fucked. Well, we're actually not going to be in the middle of anything. We're going to be at the corner of fucked and screwed. So, let's... You've got to be fucking shitting me. Well, that's goddamn fantastic. 2 pods? Well, that's fucking brilliant. There's also basically no way at all that we can fight either of these pods without fighting them both. So I'm just going to assume that we're going to be all of the porked and set up to try and fight both pods and take advantage of a mimic beacon. Which means we got to get Jake Busey as close as we can. So the first pod activation that we're going to have here is going to be, we're going to have to throw a mimic beacon. I'm going to assume these guys are going to keep walking in the same direction and operate as if that's the case. Busey, we're going to need you up here. So Steve Irwin's entire turn is going to be using a mimic beacon. Like, that's the only thing he's going to be able to do. My one possible prayer, hope, I'm crossing my fingers here, it's a long shot, but hey, I'm all about long shots, is that these 2 pods wind up close enough together that I can hit all of them with the same acid, or with the same grenade. 5 more damage for the thing. That's not good. All right, so on the plus side, the pod that's back there looks relatively weak. It's 2 sectoids and a something. What the something is, we don't know. Helen Keller, please tell me you can hit and poison. Nope, because the other guys walked away. Okay, is that a bad thing, though? The other guys walked away. How would we want to address this potential pod spawn? And who would we want to pop it? I mean, we're definitely going to bust this with a grenade. It's got to be Lincoln, or it's either got to be Lincoln or Helen Keller. I would love for Helen Keller to do it with the gas grenade. Can we figure out where those other guys are? No, they're not close enough. All right, so we put Yuri on Overwatch then. Steve can't see anybody, so putting him on Overwatch is objectively the wrong move. Helen Keller can't see anyone either, so putting her on Overwatch is also bad. Jake Busey can't see anyone. I mean, basically, if we're gonna pop the pod, we have to pop him with Abraham Lincoln. I don't really like that. First things first, let's move Steve to here on a blue move. Don't get spotted, Steve. Thank you. Okay, now we could either Overwatch with Steve or conserve Steve for the Mimic Beacon. I think conserving Steve for the Mimic is the smarter move. Master Chef Busey could pull some cleanup for us. We have to engage this turn. I don't really want to, but we don't have a choice. We have got to engage. I forgot to... I'm the world's stupidest man. We could have built upgrades, and I forgot to build upgrades. We could have built the advanced grenade launcher, and I didn't do it because I'm an idiot. That would have been bigger area of effect, I think, for our grenades, as well as longer potential launching range. Alright, so that's terrible damage, although we did at least shred off their armor. Now we're going to get one Overwatch shot from Yuri, which is not going to be worth much. Jake Busey is still concealed, so we've got that going for us. We've got a Busey in our pocket. He's the ace up our sleeve. Please don't miss. Piet, did you honestly think Yuri would miss? Again, Piet, space helmet. You keep forgetting the space helmet. I have the helmet, Piet. Was never going to miss. I have a helmet. Alright, so Steve, you have a 68% chance to hit that man. That's respectable, and if I could not use our Mimic Beacon, I should very much like to not use our Mimic Beacon. If we go forward, we're almost guaranteed going to activate that other pod. 73% chance for... I'm gonna take the chance on the little Deadeye here. I think Helen Keller gets it done. Well, she got really close to getting it done, but didn't actually make it the whole way. That's very suboptimal. That would reveal Jake Busey. Although at this point, we may not have an option. We may have to reveal Jake Busey. 5 damage at a minimum does not kill that man. We could guarantee kill that guy. If Jake Busey could get closer with a shotgun, I would feel a little more comfortable. What if we bring... Alright, let's sneak Jake around here. Let's see what his hit percentage is like. It's too... Alright, we're blowing concealment. It's too good to not pass up, and what we should have done is just had Jake Busey take that shot first. That would have definitely been the smarter play. Everybody saw, by the way, Master Chef Busey. That was bravely done, sir. I'm gonna gamble that Irwin gets it done. Oi, mate, Steve Pokemon Irwin. Steve Pokemon Irwin kind of fucked that one right up, man, mate. Never mind. I was gonna say, I was about to... Steve gonna catch them all, but Steve did not catch that one, mate. Didn't even get a piece of it. Okay, so that guy's definitely running back towards the other pod. Honestly, that's not really that big of a problem for us, especially if we can get vision on that pod with Helen Deadeye Keller, and then maybe lob a gas grenade right up their fucking snot boxes. Yeah, come this way, please, if you would. Towards us. Yes, here, towards the danger. Alright, well, you didn't get quite as close as I might have liked. Still, we could gas 2 of them into chunklets, and yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Here comes the gas. Oh, Helen Keller, it's a gas. Alright, so that guy has 3 damage and is poisoned. That means Steve Irwin kills him if he just takes a shot at him with his advanced stock. So really what we're just looking for here is we're looking for solid cover. Good positions of cover. 57 with the sniper. 47, those are both real bad. There are 2 sectoids back there, so if we could conserve our flashbang, I'd kind of like to conserve my flashbang. I don't want to get vision on the enemy either, though. I'd also sort of like to be on Overwatch. Wow, my things that I would enjoy list is getting ridiculously long here. We can't leave Helen Keller up there by herself because that stun lancer... There's a stun lancer and advanced trooper. One of those guys we can't even see. And Helen Keller is actually pretty far away and in pretty good cover. I don't think we need the Mimic Beacon this turn. I was thinking maybe we go for the Mimic Beacon, but now I'm thinking maybe we don't need it. Maybe we just do a little overwatching here, have Jake Busey get a little bit closer to the goal.
I can handle that.
I see okay, yeah. You know what, I'm gonna play this one a little more conservative than I normally would.
In position.
Jake Busey makes a flank move, hunkers down. Steve heads over to full cover here, goes on Overwatch.
Come get some.
Did the aliens shoot the thing last turn? You know, it doesn't have a lot of health, but it has some. Yuri's going to be with the squad side Overwatch. And I would love to have Abraham Lincoln suppress. But I think we just have Lincoln go on Overwatch too.
Affirmative, covering now.
If you guys want to sit in poison and die, I'm going to just let you sit in poison and die. This guy's definitely going to take a run at us, and when he does, he's going to take some Overwatch. Some Overwatch hits would be real useful here, fellas. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, never mind. You could also not do anything and just have your entire team shoot at the deal. Yep, okay. So... Oh, come on. This is horse shit. Combined fire on the thing. When is this... They're literally their entire team is going to shoot at it. How is this supposed to be fucking doable then? Oh, I'm so salty. Those guys literally killed them. I'm real salty. Those guys have objectively killed themselves in order to do that. That was tantamount to fucking suicide right there. One of those guys just straight up he's like, "Nah, it's fine. I agree to die." I'm very salty. I'm very salty right now. Please be able to hit this man, Helen Keller. I need damage on this. No, come on, stop. All right, misclick bullshittery. Let's knock this off. It's very important that this grenade actually land where it's gonna land. Okay, I needed... Well, the car is exploding, and I needed more than 3 damage. I'm not gonna get it, but I needed more than 3. We got... Our damage is not good. Alright, Yuri, please tell me you can pick something off. 76% shot at the officer. Bad shot at the stun lancer. No chance to use lightning hands? Really? Alright, that's... Well, I'm going to take the 76 then. If their whole team gets to shoot at the goddamn thing because we're refusing to go forward. Pete, by the way, just gentle reminder. Space helmet, Pete. Did you see? Did you see a magic of space helmet? Space helmet getting Yuri promotion right there. That was space helmet in action, Pete. Alright, Steve, all I really need you to be able to do is to see the Advent officer. You have a flank shot at a guy I don't give a single fuck about. Can we combat protocol that guy? No, because somebody is going to have to be able to see that dude so that we can combat protocol him. In order to get combat protocol, someone is going to have to get vision on that man. Honest Abe, I'm thinking you're the man. Not you the man as in, oh yeah, that guy's real good. That's not the kind of you the man sort of thing I had working there. Steve Irwin cannot see that guy and is never going to be able to use that ability. Fuck. Lincoln, your 52% chance is, let's face it, not good enough. This guy is dead. We don't have to do anything to that guy. He will just drop dead at the end of his turn. We have to do literally nothing to that man. I'm actually worried about Jake Busey popping that other pod unexpectedly. I would very much prefer to avoid that. So we just need somebody who can kill it. Abraham Lincoln only has 1 grenade left, and I think Keller is completely out. But a grenade does get us the whole way home. A grenade kills this thing. Arguably, suppressing him might also kill him. I mean, he's next to an exploding car. He can't just sit there for another turn. The officer is dead. No, do not overwatch Lincoln. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what? Yeah, I'm going to suppress this man. I'm going to stand in the open and suppress and let the poison do the work. This is why we brought the poison. Let the poison do the work. That's the new motto. Let the poison do the work. Just pretend you're you got like a cheating husband or something. You're real upset with him. You're too kind of afraid of going outside and hiring a hitman. You're like, That's risky. What if he rats me out to the cop? You know what? I'm just going to slowly poison his oatmeal every morning. I'm just going to sit back and let the poison do the work. This guy has to move, by the way, because either he dies of poison and bullets or he dies when his fucking car explodes. You are dead, sir. You got no option. Stun Lancer is no longer poisoned, despite the fact that he is standing in a cloud of actual poison. Brilliant fucking shot, by the way, Link. He went and poked the thing with his knife. Oh, there goes the car. Okay. How much health has the thing got left? Like 2? Oh, oh, fuck. That's a pod from hell, too. The thing actually has more health than I initially thought. It's got some health. Not a lot, but it has some. Do I want to activate that pod? Because I really can't let them get too many more hits on it, especially when their motto, or their fucking goal seems to be every single person on the planet do as much damage to the thing as can possibly be done in a single fuck turn. This should not spawn them. The problem is I don't know if the thing can take another full turn of alien aggression. That's sort of the issue. Is there enough window there that Helen Keller... No, actually, Helen Keller at this location probably can't see him either. Which, if she can't see him there, she's not going to have vision here either. This does put her... Yeah, that's fine. Springboard forward, Keller. Springboard forward? I have no idea what that was even, like, theoretically supposed to be before I completely mangled it. Springboard forward.
Whatever you say.
Borward forward? You know, Borward. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Menace 1-5, we've got a line on the target.
We damn well better not have a fucking line on a target that spawns that pod, Bradford, or I'm going to be just screamingly fucking infuriated. Just go stand right behind Helen Keller. I mean, I know you can see a 62% shot at the stun lance. You know what? Take it. That's the Busey I have come to know and love. That may have been enough to save the thing. Plus, now we know where all the enemies are, and we can try and set up a pretty bitchin' little ambush here.
10-4.
Well, don't worry, Pete. Yuri have space helmet. Yuri will bring helmet to bear. Once again, Yuri do all the heavy lifting. Just like always, everything. Yuri does all the work. Hashtag Yuri doing the work. Hashtag Yuri gets it done. There's a reason he's hashtag with Yuri and getting it done, because Pete, Yuri gets it done. So Steve Irwin is going to be our bacon-saving moment here, and as long as the thing doesn't die this turn, I think we're going to be okay. That also should activate the enemies. Now they shouldn't even shoot at it. Now come up into my little... well, that's not exactly what I had hoped for. But that also said, it's not exactly bad either. So Steve Irwin's going to absolutely be throwing a Mimic Beacon this turn. I'm just putting that out there into the wild, into the world. You can have that one for free. Steve will be using a Mimic Beacon. Yuri is damn sure going to take that shot. Yuri, how do you not have a lightning hand shot? I mean, your sniper shot is pretty good. I'm just confused as to how you don't have the ability to do anything with lightning hands here. All right, Lincoln, I want this last grenade because I want this Muton's cover destroyed so that we can obliterate him from as many different directions as fucking possible.
Grenade out.
If this were a gangbang porn, I want it, he would have a dick in each hand, a dick in his mouth, a dick in his ass, and probably one in each ear. I mean, he would just be literally covered in dick. That's what I want to see. Perfidious Pete, somebody's going to take that out of context. Perfidious Pete said he wanted to see covered in dick. That's what he wants to see. Be the change you want to see in the world, Pete. He wants to see people covered in dick. Jake Busey, you're going to come over here.
I'm going.
This is going to be a little longer shot than I'm fully comfortable with. It's also got a terrible percent. Never mind. I'm actually not comfortable with that shot at all. Steve's throwing a flat. Steve's throwing a Mimic Beacon. I mean, that's it. Steve will be using a Mimic Beacon, period. Story ends. Full stop. Steve throws the Mimic Beacon. Yeah, shoot at a sectoid. I'm aware you have a 100% chance to hit, and that's great, Helen Keller. You can hear the sectoid's beating heart. But what I would rather have you do is shoot that Muton in his beating heart, which you did, and for which I am grateful. I really wish Jake Busey had run and gun here. All right, well, take the shot. You hit 164% or already. Oh, the Buse is loose. Look at that. The bringer of chutney, the master chef, never fails to whip up a batch. And whip up a batch he did right there. Speaking of batches and whipping, I'm going to have Yuri put a bullet in this sectoids batch. I do not think sectoids have batch. I look at their crotches, Pete. They do not seem to have genitals. I don't think you could say a sectoid has a batch. They appear to be basically smooth. So Steve, unless this is a can't miss shot, which it's not, I'm going to go ahead and combat protocol. And with one sectoid on the map, I'm going to go with the controversial position that I don't think we need the beacon. That guy's poisoned, so he's dead. Well, yes, another kill for the Master Yuri with his venomous viper rounds. He's like my first wife, He's venomous viper. I tell you, that bitch was soul-sucking, crushing creation. She take my very heart. There are more fucking guys back there. Ungoddamned believable. Well, I'm glad we didn't use the mimic beacon, because we're gonna fucking need it now. Holy shit, this is a lot of guys. Helen Keller is mind spun.
You got nothing.
Oh shit, nope, never mind. Helen Keller straight up doesn't give a single fuck. He's like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. Think this can do anything to Helen Keller? I'm Helen Keller. I've overcome way worse shit than this, yo. For some pathetic chump come up here and he'd be like, oh, look out, I'm Helen Keller. She's like, Helen Keller mocks you. Helen Keller laughs at your pain. This turn, we're definitely using a mimic beacon, and I don't think we have any sort of choice in the matter whatsoever. The question is where to throw it. We need it in a position where that muton can see the mimic beacon. I don't give a single shit about anybody else at all, as long as the muton can see the beacon. That muton has to shoot at the beacon. So where's it gonna go? Can we throw it through the window? Yeah, we can just pitch it right out here, and that will be fine. How many people are we gonna get to shoot at that mimic beacon? That's a more delicate question. And so Helen Keller could come here. She won't be able to do much to the muton, but she will have a flank shot. I'm worried if we get her too close, though, that the muton might forego. He might throw a grenade at Helen Keller, just because she'll be easy to hit. Or rather, he could hit the beacon and Keller. I would not be a fan of that. Keller, if you come along this line, you're relatively close to the enemy.
I hope it's worth it.
And you will have a flank shot at that sectoid. Yes. 91%, that's pretty solid. The Deadeye's going to bring this one home. 7 damage and a critical. Man, Helen Keller is doing work, yo. She is the heavy lifter for this entire mission. Helen Keller is getting it. She's letting it all hang out. It's all Helen Keller. It's all Keller. What's your pistol shot like here, Yuri? No, not reload. Pistol. It's frankly bad. So, you know what? Maybe we will have you reload. Or just double move. That's not covered. I could go for ice machine. Delicious icy treat could make snow cone. Yeah, well, you know what? Why don't you just keep talking about like pierogies and snow and whatnot, and let the rest of us do the heavy lifting. Jake Busey has got to get closer to the enemy. He's way too far away to do anything useful. Again, Steve Irwin will be throwing the mimic beacon. Abraham Lincoln, what do we want to have you do? You know what, Abe? You're going for rooftop shenanigans here, buddy. Yes, in the course of human events, occasionally it is required that a man should climb on a rooftop so that he might rain destruction upon the foes of himself. No, do not reload. So that he might rain destruction upon his foes and the foes of his nation. In these trying times, I, Abraham Lincoln, the stovepipe, will climb a drain pipe. Drain pipes and stovepipes. That's what it's all about. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna come over here and shoot the mimic beacon? Yes. Alright, well, 3 damage. I really just want the muton to be the one to go next. Yeah, that's it. This is perfect. Could you guys really cluster up like a bunch of idiots? No, I mean, you get right in there. Cluster the fuck up. Mimic Beacon still has 1 health left. That means at least one of these other sectoids is going to make a move. Here he comes. He's making a move. Here's his move. Okay, it's a pretty good move. These other sectoids now, though, are going to be very disinclined to shoot their weapons. They will probably use some kind of psychic ability. I'm guessing maybe reanimate a zombie, which would not be terrifically terrible. Or they could try to mind spin Helen Keller and just watch her fucking laugh at him again. Why is the zombie Steve Irwin? Also, that thing just reanimated a fucking Mimic Beacon, which seems broken as shit. Also, it looks exactly like Steve Irwin. Yeah, mate, gotta say, I'm, Steve Irwin, not a fan of what is going on right here. Steve Irwin does not really care for this situation, Pete. Call me crazy, but, I don't really like this one, mate. I'm, a little uncomfortable with this. Steve Irwin doesn't want to have to kill Steve Irwin. Turns out the only man powerful enough to kill Steve Irwin actually is Steve Irwin. It's my one weakness, Pete. You don't let Steve Irwin get killed by Steve Irwin, mate. So he stopped. Did that do literally 2 fucking damage? Unbelievable. Yeah, no shit. That was pathetic damage. All right, Master Chef Busey, you have to have. Okay, almost can't miss. 33%. Not Steve. What the fuck? Shoot the goddamn Muton. Yeah, 73% chance to crit. That's what we needed, and once again, Jake Busey, the bringer of chutney, has brought forth the chutney. Oh, my friend, you are a great asset to the project. That being said, we're still in kind of a shitty spot here. Yuri, what can you do with some lightning hands? Well, the Psy Zombie is kind of a problem. He's actually more dangerous than either of the sectoids. So we're going to have to bring Yuri up here and go for the lightning hands and see if maybe Yuri can't get the kill. 94% with the lightning hands. The pistol follow-up then should also generate a kill. I'm not really that worried about the sectoids. We can deal with sectoids. Yes, Yuri can deal with sectoid. He's not worried about the sectoid. He will shoot zombie Steve Irwin in the face. Sorry, Steve. I mate, it's alright. Tell you, when I said the one thing I was worried about was the zombie Steve Irwin, I wasn't kidding, mate. I was actually quite literally terrified of zombie Steve Irwin. I'm pretty sure, mate, he could have destroyed me. He's the one thing, the only thing powerful enough to kill Steve Irwin, apart from a stingray, of course, is the zombie Steve Irwin. Now that fear, mate, that fear is banished, mate. You've done me a good turn there, bloke. You're an alright chap, Yuri. I mean, you pick on Abraham Lincoln probably a little more than you should. What with you talking about your damn space helmet all the time. And I think you'd be alright if you just sit back, have a can of Foster's and relax once in a while. You'd be an alright chap. Be a good bloke there. So the only thing that's left is 2 sectoids, one of whom is running for the roof to shoot Abraham Lincoln in the back. Pretty much. Oh, he's using some kind of psychic power. Man, I tell you, what's up with us resisting the mind spins? Our troopers just don't give a fuck. Abraham Lincoln don't give a fuck. Helen Keller don't give a fuck. Okay, well, she gives a fuck now, because that was bullshit.
Cover the flanks.
Why does Helen Keller have some kind of red thing on her? What's the red thing? Well, she's out of ammo, which I'm going to go ahead and throw out the controversial opinion is bad. Master Chef Busey, you do have our last flashbang. Stovepipe does have, okay, so like you could, pretty good shot there. How could you possibly have a worse shot at that guy? Whatever. Steve, can you do anything if we bring you up here? You could give us some guaranteed damage with a combat protocol. Helen Keller is actually in a fairly dangerous position. We sort of need to secure the Keller. Yuri's not going to be able to do shit. Yuri can see one guy. No, he can't. He can only go on Overwatch. So let's not do that. Let's just have Yuri reload then. Steve can give me a guaranteed 2 damage. Jake Busey, could you give me any damage at all? None that's going to be a guarantee. Helen Keller has literally no way to deal damage. Unless we're willing to not move her. Let's have Helen Keller reload. Let's see what her hit percentage is like. We can't let Keller get shot again. I won't get fooled again. 73%, and even if it hits, it's not going to be a kill. All right, well, we could take a risk and go for the ballsy play. I'm definitely just going to not do that. Fuck balls. Fuck risk. Fuck guts. None of that shit's going to happen. Abraham Lincoln's going to kill this man. Nailed it! Oh, Pete, please. I'm Lincoln. More dignity than that, sir. Would never say nailed it. We're going to bring Helen Keller back to full cover. Jake Busey, flashbang this piece of garbage.
Flashbang.
We were going to use that flashbang to possibly negate Mind Spin or something like that, but Helen Keller already doesn't give a fuck about Mind Spin. Abraham Lincoln already doesn't give a fuck about Mind Spin. And I don't want Helen Keller getting shot, so we've got her in full cover now. Delirium cores, advanced. All right, so not our loot, man, has really been substandard.
Got the loot.
Yeah, mate, got the loot there, but gotta say, it's not really very good loot, but I do got it, mate. I do got it. We're gonna take Steve up to the rooftop, drop him into half cover. With the combination half cover here, we should be fine. I don't expect will probably just make a zombie anyway. Actually, he can't make a zombie. He can only run or shoot because he's disoriented. So he can run or shoot poorly. He can't even use psychic powers. He's also still disoriented. Now he's going to get obliterated by Jake Busey. Alright, so full cover and the, proving to be just enough. Steve, that's not a very good shot. And we could get some guaranteed damage out of you. Yuri, what do you got, baby maker? A terrible shot. Master Chef Busey, what can you do? Not really much. Master Chef Busey doesn't have a whole lot. What's your melee look like, Master Chef? Alright, you know what? Come over here. Stand in this corner. Take a little melee swing. Let's put this arc blade to work. Get in the kitchen. Get slicing. Get dicing. Make me some julienne fries if you would. I love julienne fries. Fantastic. That actually was not quite as julienne as I might have liked. Yeah, so no fucking about then. We're just going to suppress this man. This is the cautionary play right here. We go for the suppression. Please, Helen Keller, do not explode the truck that Jake Busey is standing right fucking next to. I implore you, please do not destroy the truck with errant gunfire. I have never wanted anything in the world more than I want you to not destroy that goddamn truck with gunfire. I'm going to move Yuri to half cover. That sectoid's not going to be able to move to get a better position on anybody. I'm going to combat protocol as well. I'll take 2 guaranteed damage. Oh, I might. There comes me chance to bag me a sectoid. Sending out the Pokeball. Oh, he couldn't quite capture him. Turns out I didn't quite have him beaten down to a low enough health total. Well, that's going to happen when you're doing your Pokemon training, Pete. That's part of being a good trainer, is knowing when to throw the ball.
On the move.
So Abraham Lincoln is just going to set up a next turn flank shot. I'd love to take a flank shot this turn, but 1, this isn't a flank shot, and 2, Abraham Lincoln does not have bullets in his gun. So we need to fix both of those scenarios.
Locked and loaded.
And if this guy should not have a melee attack to even try, and if he shoots, I'm going to assume it's miss because he was disoriented, or at least he was, and he's also suppressed. Which, by the way, should be him and the Being of the Dead. I'm going to call horse hockey, but sure. Also, why? Okay, I was going to say, why would you not shoot at Jake Busey? Because you could panic Yuri and get him to shoot Abraham Lincoln in the back. Let's hope that does not happen. Pistol shot here, Yuri. Well, Yuri is very uncomfortable, Pete. You take a pistol too. It's not good. Space helmet is perhaps integrity. A helmet has been penetrated. Yuri does not know to do it. Penetrated helmet has never happened in history of Russian space program. No helmet has ever lost structural integrity before, Pete. We're in unexplored territory.
No problem.
Don't worry. Master Chef Busey has got you totally covered, Yuri, because this shot can't miss, and here comes the chutney. Hashtag here come the chutney. Great ass on this guy. Look at that. Say what you want about the sectoid, but he's got a great dumper.
Status confirmed.
Look at, oh, he's twerking it. It's twerking sectoid. Oh, you twerk it, twerking girl. Look at, oh, keep twerking it, girl. Keep twerking it. You twerk that ass, girl. Twerk it. All right, you know what? Operation Diamond Face, showing us that Helen Keller does indeed have a diamond face, because man, can she take a bullet in it and not even care. 1 wounded soldier, overall rating excellent. It wasn't flawless, but really that was a pretty goddamn difficult mission. Based on the resources we had at our disposal, I still feel pretty solid coming out of that with 1 injured trooper. Most under fire was the Mimic Beacon Decoy. Okay. Well, you know what? That's what I like to see. That's what the Mimic Beacon is for. 4.97 damage per attack, a new record. Yeah, I'm feeling better about helmet, Pete. Sorry, just heard slight hissing sound. Turns out it was merely pressure equalizing inside of helmet. Was not helmet breach. Yeah, we all heard you fucking panic, Yuri. We know. I've played enough Tharsis, Yuri, to know exactly how that shit goes down when you panic. You just run around screaming in a room that's on fire and fall completely the fuck apart. You're not dependable, Yuri. Well, don't say that, Pete. Just because Yuri had difficulty making it to Mars alive does not mean he can't kill aliens fantastically well. So there's a big buttload of promotions. Honestly, I feel like Helen Deadeye Keller deserved a promotion there, but didn't get it. 24 kills. Holy crap, Yuri is fucking... Look at this. 2.4 to 1 kill to mission ratio. That's pretty damn good. Not quite as good as Steve Irwin, but it's close, and it's actually... Is it better? Nah, it's about the same as Jake Busey. That's pretty solid work. Oh, and a hidden ability. Oh, holy shit, Yuri has rapid fire. Yuri is the greatest fucking sign. Oh, this is real good. Firing your pistol with your first action no longer ends your turn. Well, that seems amazing. Death from above we had last. In our commander playthrough, we did a sort of a sharpshooter sniper. And I was not enthused with it, but we could quick draw. Wait a minute. We could lightning hands, quick draw, and then rapid fire. That would be 4 shots with a pistol. Oh yes, Piet Yuri, he came to America to help XCOM project and to master art of gunslingery. He watched many Western films. I'm next, I tell you, Pete, new Clint Eastwood. You take notice, Yuri Novak will be the new Eastwood. They have the spaghetti Western. We are coming up with a new type of food-based Western. It's going to be the Borscht Western. It's Russian Western. Hashtag Russian Western best Western. Hashtag best Western shitty hotel. Don't stay there. But the Russian Western is best Western. I'm actually really stoked to see what Yuri can do with rapid fire, quick draw, and lightning hands. That's gonna be like one enemy that just comes out and Yuri fucking wrecks him with a pistol. He's gonna be the greatest gunslinger of all time. All right, Steve Irwin, what have you got? Field medic or scanning protocol? What does field medic even do? Medkits have 2 extra charges. That's equipped medkits, which means Steve would have to actually carry a medkit, which means that shit. And scanning protocol is occasionally useful. This is kind of a dead level ability for the specialist. There's really not anything good. We'll just take scanning protocol. That's fine. I believe that gives him a slight bonus to his hacking, maybe, leveling up. And the Master Chef. Somebody had left a comment on one of my videos earlier talking about the difference between conceal and run and gun and whether or not I thought conceal was worth it. You know what? I think in a vacuum, conceal is a fantastic ability. Like if you would pick it up for another trooper as a hidden ability, you would be super stoked because it's excellent. But when you compare it to run and gun, it just, no, there is no comparison. It's basically the Jane part. What was the, I made a madman joke about it, something. I think, Don Draper's secretary, whose name I can't remember at the moment. The little black-headed one who he eventually wound up marrying before boning like 60 other chicks and whatnot because he's Don Draper. But it's hard to pay attention to her when Christina Hendricks is still on the screen. This is Don Draper's secretary. Run and gun. This is the Christina Hendricks of the lieutenant rank. Just, you can't say no. She's the bombshell. Run and gun is also the bombshell and the bomb. It's fucking amazing. The only time you might want to consider conceal is if you were going with a really melee-focused build. I could see maybe your Reaper foregoing run and gun to get concealment instead, but I'm not a huge fan of melee because on the higher difficulties, melee shots that miss can really, really fuck you, and shotguns, usually even from the same tile, will be a slam dunk, can't miss shot. Even when you're rapid firing, oftentimes 2 shotgun shots, and it's just going to do more damage too. Reaper can be fantastic for finishing off a bunch of wounded guys. Like if you grenade a pod, you can have your Reaper run in there and slaughter them all. But it's kind of a niche ability. Picked up 2 Illyrium cores, advanced laser sight, advent officer, blah blah blah, just some random corpses.
Considering the limited
New Connor Kerrigan engineer and the praise of Optimus Prime, which always fills me with shame. Yeah.
Excellent.
Now I'm ashamed. Yeah, I'm also ashamed that I don't remember that actress's name who played Don Draper's secretary. I really should remember that. Because, you know, she was great. You wouldn't get credit bad for eating crackers. She was funny. She was smart. She was sexy. She was sexually adventurous. What's not to like? And I can tell you, the thing that's not to like, it's Christina Hendricks. You can't like her as much because Christina Hendricks is Christina Hendricks, man. Come on. She was Yolanda in Firefly. She's also devastatingly gorgeous.
The invasion was one thing.
What's the matter, Bradford? Aren't you supposed to be interrupting my outro? You jumped the gun on this one, pal.
Sure. But Advent.
And Bradford turns out is just also a big Christina Hendricks fan, and he had a little premature outro ejaculation here. He couldn't actually wait for it. He's like, oh, Christina Hendricks. And just, you know, he jumped the gun. Are you done yet, Bradford? Good, because I'm calling you a premature ejaculator, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm also calling this episode done. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot. And if you'd like to see more XCOM 2, consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes every single day. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'm going to go watch some reruns of Mad Men and possibly think about how much better Christina Hendricks is than Don Draper's secretary.